Hi, good morning, co-banker George. Nice to see you on nice Monday morning. I hope you had a nice weekend, and I would like to thank all the people who attended the Halloween party on Friday. It was a smashing success. Everybody was happy. A lot of food, a lot of chit chat, and everybody's having a good time. So so I would thank you very much for all the contribution to the party and your presence there. Well, a lot of those costumes are very unique, and and I like that. We should have it every year. This is the first year we had the Halloween party, right, Michelle?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I think it's fun. So
it
we'll
was.
have it next year again. So anyway, election is tomorrow, my friends. Be sure you vote because our country is very important for you. You know, you live in it, and you're living in it, and we should all be concerned about our country, and put some good leaders in our system. So tomorrow, yeah, whether or not you like the candidates or not, be sure to you voice your opinion and vote. Okay. And another thing is we are in November already, so practically we only have one more month to go because traditionally December is a slow month because of the holiday season, and so get your last effort in your business, and let's do it and finish it with a good year. Okay. And also, there will be business planning from Michelle and I. And if you want to do your business planning with us, please let us know, and we will be more than glad to help you. Okay. All right. With that, I would like to begin the meeting by introducing all of our affiliates. And as a matter of fact, Nancy is going to be our spotlight speaker today, and she's going to talk about fraud in real estate, how to spot it, how to report it, and how to prevent it. So that would be very good information from Nancy. But before that, I would like to introduce the other affiliates first. All right, let's begin with Nicole. Nicole, how are you
Good
today?
morning. Good morning. Happy Monday, CB George family. It was great to be a part of your Halloween party. Thank you so much. Enjoyed seeing all the costumes as well. Just a reminder, Monday is Veterans Day and county recorder offices as well as our title company will be closed. So plan accordingly. And it's also tax time. So first half taxes were due November 1st. So if you have a transaction in escrow and your clients have not paid their taxes, please make sure that they pay it through the transaction. That way they can avoid duplicate tax payments. And we're always here to support you and wish you a successful day and week ahead. And thank you to the veterans who have served our great country. Have a wonderful day, Nicole and Yvonne, Fidelity National Title. And thank you, Peter and Michelle, for allowing us to be here with you.
Sure, you're more than welcome, Nicole. Oh, by the way, talking about the property tax, now if you haven't gotten the property tax bill, it's very easy to go online and request for a change of address. It used to be that you have to do it in writing, but now you can do it very easily online. So just a little tip for you if you haven't gotten your tax bill.
Yeah, and they don't need a PIN number anymore. It used to be you
But
have to
No.
have
yeah.
they did that's the best thing.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, right. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next is Andrew. Good morning, Andrew. I haven't seen you for a while. So how's everything with you? You have to
Hi, Peter, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hi, morning, Peter. Hi, morning, everyone. This is Andrew from Pacific Alliance Bank. Actually, we're looking for vehicle loans, construction loans, SBA, commercial, as well as steady income mortgage loans. We currently have a new management in the bank right now, and we are changing for the better. And I think Peter, with a few meetings with us in the past few weeks, and Peter knows smart right now. He knows that we are doing the best we can. So right now we have a lot going on with our new management team, and we are more efficient and more effective in dealing with commercial loans and other loans here. We are hungry right now for loans. So any agents out there need my advice or need to have a more fast, more efficient loan processing time, give me a call. I'll be leaving my phone number in the chat room, so you can give me a call. And again, we're looking for SBA loan, steady income mortgage, commercial, and construction. Thank you.
Andrew, we're still waiting for you to give us a lunch and learn. Remember
Oh
last
yes, you know what though? I talked to Joseph about it. I told Joseph, our CEO, and our new president, Joe Chan, and we are planning to present the learning at your company pretty soon. Again, it's under discussion, and I think it'll be sometime next year for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, check it with Michelle or I or me.
Right. Because
arrange the lunch and learn schedule.
Right. Because when I was ready to present, but my SBA people, my SBA just left for no reason, and we just hired new SBA personnel in. So I think by spring next year, we should be able to provide some sort of training at your company.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right, John. How are you doing, John? Thank you for coming to the Halloween party. Your costume was fabulous. You know, very unique.
Thank you, Buana.
I'm surprised that you didn't win, though. You know.
No, I know. Well,
you know,
I have my duties as well. I would have stayed otherwise, but they decided they needed to have a Zoom, so I had to go on the Zoom, and I couldn't stay for the delicious food. Great seeing everybody. Yeah, a lot of fun costumes. Blessed to be a part of your office. Thank you for allowing us to be here. I'm John Wax with Snap and HD. For those of you that don't know who I am, we have a lot of great free services. Property tax estimator right on our website. On our website now, you can also use the hazard preview to help you with your buyers. You just go onto it, plug in the information in the property information, and on the left side, automatically, you'll get the in-out determinations for flood, fire, earthquake, fault, seismic hazard, all those things to help your clients out, as well as the free lease report. We have that as well. You do get special pricing for your NHC reports with Snap and HD. And one of the things that people don't talk about is, unfortunately, there are a lot of sections of the San Gabriel Valley that are affected by Superfunds. And Superfunds are sites by the government that regulate cleanup and monitoring and all that kind of thing. If you ordered your environmental report with it, those sites will come up if they're in proximity to the property. There are 5 in the San Gabriel Valley. There's one that takes in Alhambra and San Gabriel. It's a huge site, as well as El Monte, South El Monte, Baldwin Park, and Puente Valley. All those areas are contaminated water that are monitored and being cleaned up. They have these organizations or operable units. These are the ones that are in charge of the cleanup. Unfortunately, and the weirdest thing is you're in zone 5 where the office is and San Gabriel Valley. They don't have these EOs, OUs, the operator units set up, but they do have governmental assistance checking into these things. So it behooves you to get the environmental report as well, because you don't know, and your clients need to know this valuable information in order to make a informed decision. And I'm here to help you. If you have questions, I've been doing this 30 years. Anything in the reports, please contact me. And wear your badges, have cards, pens, appropriate documents with you, because you never know where your next deal is coming from. I thank you, John Wax with Snap and HD. And back to the meeting, and Peter and everyone else. Thank you so much. My information will be in the chat. Thank
you, John. You know, I was involved with the one environmental cleanup in Temple City, Las Tunas, and Rosemead intersection.
Wow.
Big shopping center there. Is this still going on right now? It was
I don't know the exact data. I just know about it because I read up on it especially for our meeting. And they said these are the sites, these are being monitored, and these are the ones that the government is aware of, and that they're doing the best they can to clean up the situation.
Yeah, it's very important to disclose that when you're involved with their properties around those areas. Because if you don't, if you get into a dispute between the landowners and the governmental agency, I'm going to tell you, it's a big headache. So you better let
Big headache.
us know ahead of time. Otherwise, you're going to have a lawsuit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like I said, it protects you and everybody
Yeah.
by
Right.
giving the information.
Right.
Thank
you
you.
very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
All right, let's see. Oh, Keaton, good morning. How are you? Did you enjoy the party, Halloween party? You
Good morning,
very
Peter.
happy and the bubbly on that day.
Yeah, it was a really fun time. It was nice to meet everyone that I hadn't met before. Obviously the wine was wonderful, and made it easier to talk to people. But other than that, it was a fantastic time, and I look forward to it next year. But as far as my services go, I do commercial insurance. I can do mainly I focus on property, whether it's retail, office, or industrial. My brokerage actually is recently opened up our personal lines sector again. We kind of put it on hold as our markets were pretty limited, and it was just very unprofitable for us. But we've gained access to a few new markets in that space, so we can look at the residential risk now on the property side as well. We work very quickly. We know escrow can be an issue, so we work as quickly as possible. We don't want to bottleneck that. So give me a call, put my information in the chat. I always advise people, realtors and working with their clients, get your insurance submissions out as soon as possible, because it's not as quick as it used to be, and it probably won't be for a while. So getting started earlier is the smartest thing you can do.
Thank you, Keaton. Yeah, it's nice that you got to know and meet James Shaw. He has a lot of needs in insurance, I'm sure, and all his projects in around this area. So
Huge
please help him, the best you can.
Will do, Peter. I appreciate the introduction.
All right, very good. Thank you, Keaton. Okay, I think that's all the affiliates other than Nancy. Is any latecomer that came in that wants to talk before I introduce Nancy? Well, I guess not. Well, as I said, Nancy is our keynote speaker today, and she is going to tell us about the real estate fraud, how to spot it, how to report it, and how to prevent it. So Nancy, take it away.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Peter, Michelle, and everyone. This is a very timely subject because I'm known as the troublemaker and the problem solver. So, but this is happening a lot. And I think in the 80s, Peter probably remember 1988, 89, in LA Times, it was front page. It was a big article about elderly free and clear homes that's been scammed. That the way they did it was they would take out a loan because it's free and clear. And if title don't look for signatures and match with the old deed of trust, then they don't know who's signing. And then they have notary also involved. I was with Southland Title, and we did suffer a couple of losses because of it. So in the interim, when you have a free and clear property, the scammer, the thieves, that's who they target. Okay. So in the elderly, of course, the question is, well, they don't even know their property is being mortgaged and there's a big loan on their property. What happens is that they get foreclosed and they became homeless. So they did a big article, and we were taught a big lesson. So now there's two things that we do, but then free and clear properties is a target. Also, forged signature and notary that are not good notary. I had a case that we had 3 different loans from an Orange County lender, and they wanted to close the same day, and they wanted us to rush it. So when the title officer in our office got this call and say they have to close, and it's just a loan, nobody's moving, and it's a cash out loan. What's going on? So they asked advisory TO to help out, try to give better service to the people. Then when we looked, we found out the mortgage company and the escrow company on the same building, just next door to each other. So we took a little step. We called the state and found out that notary has been dead for 2 years. Somebody got the seal and they were doing that. So we did report it. And this is a funny story. We finally caught the guy. He lived in Glendale with his mother. The police went to the plainclothes policeman went to the office and waited for him. And unfortunately, one of the cops went across the street to get a donut. True story. Then the guy drove up in his Corvette, saw the police seal on the pocket, and took off. But they did catch him. So that was something that we were lucky because it added up to, at that time, to $1 million at least for 3 small homes. They were all elderly. They were all free and clear. So this is something that I think that's why people do trust. People do LLCs. That puts a layer of protection on it. I really advocate people that please set up a trust, because when they want to do anything with the property, the owner has to provide us with the trust document, with the LLC corporate documents, and we need bylaws and we need meeting minutes and all that stuff. So when they cannot provide that, then we kind of get suspicious. So agents, if your client doesn't want to give you any of this, don't be mad at the title company or escrow. We're just trying to do the right thing and do a good job to protect everybody, because I've had agents that got defrauded. Okay, so when we ask for this is just an extra layer of protection, and then we want to make sure that these are the real person. They do have the trust and their signature page. We need to look at all that, and also the properties is really in the trust. And another, like Nicole mentioned last week, that wiring fraud is so prevalent. I closed a deal a month ago, and the buyer wired $280,000 to escrow as a down payment the day before the loan was going to fund it and close. And one letter in the email that they got was a scammer's. So the money was gone. It got delayed 3 to 4 days, but the poor people, first-time home buyer, has borrowed money from family to cover the down payment. And I don't even want to ask, did they ever get the money back? I doubt it. After this is cybercrime, it's somewhere, it's gone. So they did report it, but this is something that I think with technology, we love technology, but this is the part that I hate. And I absolutely gets very upset when they're trying to defraud the elderly. And one of the things that we do, and I think Nicole will agree, that we do look at all the documents. We verify signature. I had a file that it took 4 people to look at the signature to determine if it's good or not. Everybody has a different way of looking at things, and we noticed that it was fraud. Okay, so we did not, we call escrow thank us, because they were a victim too. So, we're not afraid. We always want every deal we can get. But when we're asking for something, when we're delaying a closing, there's a good reason for it. I think that we're just like realtors. I'm on commission. If you don't close, I don't close. You don't make money, I don't make money. So why should I jeopardize or sabotage my own transaction unless there's something that I know might be wrong? Okay. So free and clear property is a problem. Wiring is a problem. A couple of my realtors are really good. They will go to the bank, the buyer's bank, with the buyer to help them with the wiring. And they do call the title company. So please, years ago, remember, Peter, we put the wiring instruction in the prelim.
Yeah.
I had escrow yelling at me, why don't you give us it? I said, well, because we're just trying to prevent fraud. So we don't put it in there anymore. Yeah. And a lot of like Chase, I deal with US Bank, I deal with Chase, all the lender. Every email is encrypted. It's a little hassle, just one extra step to go through, but it's a safe way. So encryption is not that hard to do. So I think that Michelle and Peter might be able to help you guys. If you do have these kind of email that's important, that has something to do with money and people's financial information, please do that. In the beginning, I was frustrated. US Bank sent me 10 emails, all of them are encrypted. I'm like, oh my God, I have to do it on my phone. But it is safe. They're just there to protect themselves and everybody else. So that's something that I think wiring always is a problem. Another, we get phone scammers now, we get texts. Do not ever click on a link until you verify with the party that you think that sent it to. Like I have a Morgan Stanley account, I have a Merrill Lynch account. I don't do anything until I talk to a live person. So your advisor will be happy to talk to you. They send me a link. I'm not clicking on it. Do not click on any link on your phone. That's one thing that I tell everybody. I took the smartphone away from my mom because of it. She clicks everything. She's 94 years old. What can I expect? So we do restrict stuff from her phone. And what can a realtor do? Like I said, if you're the buyer's agent, I would think that wiring part of it is really, really important. Can you imagine that person that got the $280,000 stolen? If they hear that other realtors go to the bank with their clients, do you think they're going to refer you any more business? It's not your fault, but in a way, you can do that. Go to the bank and do that one step to prevent that from happening. Okay, that's something that I think I would do, because these buyers are going to be my sellers. They're going to refer other people to me, and they do have family and friends, so it's not that hard. You show property, you show 10 properties, one extra trip to the bank is not going to hurt you. Okay, you can prevent that from happening. Also, I think Nicole and I will agree that we look at the forms that we ask the seller and buyer to fill out, called the confidential information, that statement of information, the SI, we call it, is so important. We want to see live signature on that. We don't take DocuSign. I'll tell you the reason why. If the seller is signing for it, even though the property is free and clear, we're matching the seller's signature to his old dealer trust. We have to, signature do change, but they don't change as a whole. My signature has changed a lot, but you can still tell it's my signature. But we're used to looking at signature, so we know. So if the loan was paid off 5 years ago, there's no loan on record, but we can look at the old dealer trust and look at the signature that the seller just gave us on the SI, then we can match it. So I've had people that say, how come you need a live signature on SI? My clients in China, I say, you can still sign it, take a picture, scan it to me. What is the problem? I don't want to tell you that I cannot help you anymore after a fraud is committed. So the SI has a very important reason that we ask for it. We are verifying their signature. The buyers also will also verify their signature. We also make sure that the dealer trust, everything that they sign are the same. Okay, so it's not, of course, we're using that to see any personal liens and judgments that falls to Nancy Chan. I know 4 Nancy Chans. Some has initials, some has no initials. So we do have to verify the personal liens and judgment. But the very simple reason we want live signature on the SI is because of we want to make sure that to prevent another fraud from happening. And give you a couple stories that one of my realtor that used to work for Coldwell Banker George Realty, they retired. The husband called me 2 weeks ago on a Friday, panicking, and the wife called me 5 times. I insured that property, 2 pieces of vacant land in San Bernardino County when I was at Southland Title. Now they're just reaching out to me to help them. Husband drives there every month to see if there's any weeds and anything that he needs to do. Then when he got there Friday morning, found out somebody's building on it already.
Oh my God.
So he did his homework. He's a retired agent. So we did our homework, found out it was sold, double-ended by a San Bernardino agent. It's a small piece of lot, but the person that bought it has a commercial property across the street. He needs that for storage. So it was only $280,000 vacant land transaction, but we look at the signature. It's not his signature. The notary, this is the key part now that the title company and all of us has to be aware of. It is a notary from the state of Georgia. Okay, so when title company look at that, we look at the notary. We don't have information on that seller unless I personally, Peter, you want to sell your property, I know you, right? But I don't know that somebody can scam somebody using a notary seal that's in anywhere. So that's one thing that I'm helping him with. He was leaving town last Thursday to go to Vietnam to visit his mom, and then he called the escrow, he called the title, nobody cared. I don't blame the title company because the title company insures who? The buyer. Okay? So the reason I told him, I said, you got to hire an attorney, file a complaint, and then name the buyer, name the agent, name everybody. This way, when this buyer gets it, he was defrauded too. When he gets named in a complaint, then he's going to force the title company to come out. That's when you can file a claim, not the seller, but the buyer, because that property, that insurance is the owner's policy, the new owner. So they did. My attorney saw him Monday morning, and it was $20,000 retainer. But at least we can force the title company to come out and negotiate. He's going to get it back, but it's going to take time and money. And I'm sure the attorney fee will be reimbursed by the title company. So you understand that for a small title fee, that title fee is probably about $1,000, $1,200. Can you imagine the liability that they're going to pay more than $300,000-$400,000 just to get the property back? Okay, they have to pay the seller, they have to pay the buyer, they have to pay for all the attorney costs of whoever that files it. So when we're careful, number one is insurance company, title insurance company here to make money. Who is doing their business without thinking about making money? We're not charity. We need to sustain our ability to pay for claims. And how do we pay for claims? And we make money and we put money in a reserve. So, and title fee hasn't gone up in 10 years. People, we better think about it. Every insurance company has gone up, every insurance except for title. So I think it's a good so I can make a little more money. All right. Another, so this one is not my transaction, but we had a meeting last Thursday in our company. We called 3 of them. This one is really sad, and I don't know. Unfortunately, the grantee was notarized by an American embassy in Thailand. So that's a gold seal for any title company when it's an American embassy. Now, we caught it. There's 3 files that was opened by the same person, not my client, but it was a Japanese couple. Passport was there. We saw the passport copy. The notary was a Thailand American embassy. But luckily, when I looked at the signature and my office looked at the signature, it wasn't Chinese. You know, foreign language signatures are accepted now for many years. It wasn't Chinese. It wasn't Japanese. It wasn't Korean. I'm going to get a copy and show it to you, Peter. It looked like squares and checks and whatever they wrote. It was like a kid's drawing. You know, from us, we know the foreign language, we can tell. So we caught that. So luckily, but we don't know what we can do. Are we going to call the embassy now in different countries just to verify they did do that? Or are we going to ask for a copy of the notary book? We are going to discuss that this week with our advisory team. So even the embassy notary can be, I think the seal and everything might have been fraud. It could have been somebody who went and made a seal with technology now with any kind of printing done, we can do a lot. So I think title company are looking at a dangerous situation if we are not really careful. Okay. So this is what I want to tell the agents. We don't want trouble for you, because if we ask for a couple things now, and I think Peter and Michelle will agree with me, we're really trying to prevent you from going to court. And going to court is going to cost a lot more than just this one transaction. So we will try to work with you. And if you can substantiate what's going on and answer the questions that we have, then we'll close. We want to make money just like you, but this is something that I want everybody to be aware of. The title industry is running into really a lot of scamming issues, and we have to be extra diligent and careful in protecting everybody, and especially realtors are our clients, escrow are our clients, lenders are our clients. I hate to hear people going to court, and I hate to, in this case, the agent's going to be in trouble. She's going to lose her license. And my attorney also advised the person, the seller, to go to CFPB. We all know what CFPB is, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Anybody can go on and report fraud. Okay, you have to do it with your name. You have to file that claim. You have to have a real name, because it's a federal government's regulatory and institution. So make sure that you do. I hate for you to call me, and I get these calls every week. So something is wrong. A loan that wasn't paid off, a property is in foreclosure. When I see a property in foreclosure, that means somebody is not being careful how they spend their money, but then there are frauds committed by people that put a loan on it. There's so many things that's going on that I think being a realtor, you just have to use the professional people, the people that have been in business a long time, that we know what we're doing, especially title and escrow. And a friend of yours, Peter, that you'll know, but I can't name any names. His daughter owns a piece of property in Montebello. Escrow called her and said, "Are you selling this property? Why do you want to close in 1 week?" She wasn't the person. There was a what I call a real driver's license. Picture is different. Name, address, birthday, everything was the same. The escrow didn't like it when it's 1 week closing and they were selling it below market. They Googled the person and found her and asked her. It wasn't her. So even driver's license are fraudulent. So it just gives us a lot more work, and we don't mind it. I think Nicole and all the seasoned title rep knows what we're doing. We do not mind doing the extra work, but I just have to remind the agents to be really careful. And one thing that I hope this attorney will do is, once they get this back, and I think he should file and after with the person that was being defrauded to the Department of Real Estate, and really get rid of these people if they're really involved in scamming the realtors. I think that we should take their license away.
Okay.
Because they're giving all of us a bad name. She double-ended it, and then this person owns another piece of lot next to it, and that one is a smaller piece. If this lot gets sold, that one has no value. So that's really, and she put that one on the market too. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a female agent. I just did. But just be careful, and we're always here to help. If you really want to check, let's say somebody wants you to sign a listing, now make sure that everybody on title signs for it. I've had that you meet them in person. I have 3 owners that were going to sell, and only 2 persons signed it, and then they gave the listing to the agent and said, oh, my brother signed it here. And the person never met the brother. Halfway through the escrow, the brother found out because somebody knocked on the door, wanted to see they have another property a couple of blocks away, and he found out, and there goes the lawsuit. The brother is suing the 2 of the brother and the realtor. So make sure you meet with all your clients, unless you know them personally. So these 2 brothers was trying to sell the property from the other brother because he didn't live on that property. So just a lot of things going on, but I can't emphasize enough, just be extra careful right now. Right? Thank you. That's all.
All right, Nancy, thank you very much. Very useful information. I know, this fraud is a real thing. It happened to me. It happened to a couple of my friends, and it is a mess when that happened. Okay, so yeah, be very, very careful. And the best way is when you do a wiring transfer, always call the bank, or to find out, to confirm that you have a wiring instruction going through, and then the bank probably will confirm you too, though. But that's a very important safety steps to take. All right, thank you so much, Nancy. Appreciate that very much. Okay.
Peter, I have to leave early. I have to go to the office for 11 meeting. Thank you.
Sure. See you later.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Any latecomers for the affiliates that want to chime in? If not, okay, we'll continue with the meeting. There I have some announcements to make. There will be no lunch and learn for this week, but the Friday training will happen on Friday as usual. Michelle will train you on the commercial leasing using the AIR form. It will consist of 3 parts. And this week will be the part 1 of the commercial leasing under the AIR forms. Okay, we're doing business planning, starting to do the business planning for all the agents now. We will help the agents to formulate the business plan to their own liking. And it's very important to have the roadmap when you want to know where you're going and where you're coming from and where you're going. So it is, it's traditional for the CBGR to help all the agents at the end of the year to formulate a business plan for next year. So if you haven't done that yet, it's time to think about doing so, and we can help you achieve this goal. So please contact us if we can help. So with that, I would like to invite Doug Meyer to tell us what's happening in Arcadia office. So, Doug?
Good morning, everybody. I guess everybody was in a Halloween mood because it was a little bit slower last week. We do have 4 listings and 2 sales. The listings are on Valley Boulevard in San Gabriel, mixed use commercial sale. Arthur E. has it for $1,380,000. Alma Aguilar in Laguna Beach, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath and you can see the ocean from the house, $3,150,000. Dorothy Lee has a residential sale in Encino. It's a condo, 2-bedroom, 3-bath, $798,000. And I don't have all the details on this, but in Diamond Bar, Sharon Chow is coming in today with a residential lease for $6,800. And our 2 most recent sales here, Mike Radlovich in Wisconsin, $1,200,000, and Alma Aguilar had a buyer in San Bernardino for $390,000. So that's it from Arcadia, Peter. Everybody, if you need help with the business plan, I'll be glad to help you.
Yeah, right. Good. All right. Thank you so much, Doug.
Welcome.
For Alhambra, we have a lot of listing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 listing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sales. So for Alhambra, it's pretty good. Let's do the listing first. We have Cindy Fan, a commercial lease for $2,470 per month. It's a commercial lease in Rosemead. Also, Karina Pang also is a business opportunity for $268,000 in Alhambra Main Street. And then we have Karina Fernandez is a residential sale for $747,000 for a residence in Los Angeles. Then we have a Maria Elena. It's a commercial lease. Well, actually, it's not a commercial lease. It's a residential lease for $2,200 per month in Alhambra. Hugo Child really nailed down a land sale for $3.88 million in the Juniper Valley. Very good job. It's a land opportunity for $3.88 million. Shimei Cam has two leases, commercial leases. One in Roland Heights for $33,669 per month. And the other is also a commercial lease for $4,435 per month. So Shimei Cam is doing a lot of commercial leases. All right, then for as far as escrow is concerned, we have Shimei Cam double-ended the lease for $1.9 million. She get altogether it's double-ended lease. Altogether the commission is 5%, so it's pretty good. And then we have Karina Fernandez. Is $668,000 for a residence in Los Angeles. Then we have another lease by Shimei Cam for $1.298 million. The commission is 4%. Then also Christina Fan also landed a commercial lease for $1.04 million. Which is in Temple City, a very good property, and congratulations, Christina. Then we have Mary Scott for residence in San Gabriel, $1.299 million. So that's pretty good too. The listing commission is 2%. And then we have another lease by Shimei Cam, $3.22 million. Altogether, the commission is 4%. She double-ended it as well. And then we have a land sale for Hugo Child for $5 million, 1.5% commission. So altogether, pretty good for Alhambra this week. And I'm glad that all our agents are working diligently, and yeah, that's very good for the agent as well as for the company. Congratulations to all. All right, that's all the sales in Alhambra and Arcadia. Now, I actually, I was going to share with you on 1031 exchange, but it seems like that, Nancy took a long time to present her the presentation. So it probably not fair for me to take up too much of your time for today's presentation. Maybe I will postpone it for next time. It will be a 1031 exchange, and it will take for about 20 minutes. So instead of having me present the topic, let's open up the forum to everybody, to all the agents, and see if they can share some of their thrills and joys and agonies in their practice of real estate, and share with us, so that we can learn from you and then share with everybody. So anybody wants to speak up? It's an open forum now. Anybody?
Yeah, Peter, this is Steve. Talking about 1031, there are lots of kinds of 1031, and one of 1031 I did for my clients really saved my clients a lot of money. It is called so-called a build-to-suit 1031. Lots of people knows about the delay 1031, but this one is really, really unique. sometimes you should have some expert to talking about that. What I did is this: the build-to-suit is the buyer. I mean, my clients sold the property, and they got some money, and they want to purchase the other property with a 1031. And I look at that, the money he will spend is less than what he sold. That means, down there, let's use a round number, say it's a 2 mil, but I'm not say 3 mil, but the property he want to purchase is $2 million. So there's $1 million over there. And if you just use the typical 1031, you have to pay the tax on this $1 million. But what I work on that is to use the build-to-suit, because this property is a piece of land that he will do the entitlement or do the development. So I contact this company, and they you have to pay more, not typical just maybe $400, $500, $600. I think it's $1,000 of this kind of 1031, but I will say every penny worth, because the attorney came out. Even the attorney fees spent on this project is way more than he can. If he hire an attorney to handle that, then they use this as a $1 million to apply for all the development costs, including prepaid some of the construction costs. And my client saved a lot of money on that, because at that time, when he prepaid the construction cost is still low. And when he trying to commence the construction cost spikes. So he saved lots of money. So it is important for you to know, what kind of product you have and what kind of product you want to buy, and also what kind of 1031 you can utilize for your clients. That is one of my experience I have. I like to share with everybody.
Yeah, it's good point. So Steve, this is a build-to-suit, the
Yes.
1031 exchange. So how's it different from regular 1031 exchange?
Okay, the regular one is regular. The difference is the only
I'm sorry, Steve, you have to unmute yourself. You muted yourself. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the basic rules is still same. Basic rules is 180 days. That means after you close the escrow, you have to spend all the money. If you have $1 million extra, you have to spend all those kind of money.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that is the same. But the difference, this one now, he can use this to apply for all the development costs. So every time any kind of cost he will spend, he needs to send to the attorney. Say, if this one is going to be applied, and attorney is very helpful. He said, yes, that is okay. That is not called okay. So he spent all of this kind of extra fund, including the geniuses, prepaid the construction cost.
Right. As long as you don't take out the cash from the transaction and use it for yourself, it's okay. So
yes,
from the beginning to the end, you cannot take out any cash out. When you take the cash out, it's called the boot, and for the boots you have to pay the capital gains on it. So you're right. As long as you don't put the money, take the money out, and as long as you use the money to benefit your property, it can qualify as a 1031 exchange. So it is not really new at that 1031 exchange. It's just that the way that you want to, how do you want to spend your proceeds. Which is good too. This is one way that you can put the money back into your real estate improvements.
Yeah, that is save a lot of money for my clients. You pay extra. It's what Nancy said. You think you pay this $6,000 or maybe $5,000, but you save a lot of attorney fees.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then save you a lot of capital gains too. And you don't have to pay capital gains for any for anything. If you don't take the money out, which is
Definitely.
essential. I have a friend who had purchased vacant land in Temecula. I think Temecula or Sunny City. But anyway, the land he get a capital gain of like $8 million if he sell the property. So if he doesn't do the 1031 exchange, his capital gain will be $1.6 million. So I said, hey, you should use the 1031 exchange. So he did, and he didn't have to pay any capital gains, and he exchanged for a much larger property so that the property can generate more appreciation and leverage more for his investment in real estate. So he was very happy, and this is the things that you should plan for yourself instead of just pay the tax as you go along.
Yeah, agreed.
But
Sometimes, I see sometimes we offer online of 1031 classes and advanced 1031. Anyone who's interested on the commercial transactions, you should pay attention on that.
Yes, it's very important, especially for commercial transaction. Now, for residential, if you're talking about a single house and if you're using it for your residence, it does not qualify for 1031 exchange. But nevertheless, if you're using it as your primary residence, you are entitled to an exemption for tax. For every 2 years, you're entitled to $250,000 per person. So if you have husband and wife, it'd be $500,000 tax exemption when you sell your residence for every 2 years. So that's very good too, So bear that in mind that when you try to upgrade your primary residence, that is the way to go.
Yeah, I think that is called so-called 5-2 rules or 5-2 something like that.
Yes.
You have a principal residence. On the year you are trying to sell backtracks for 5 years, you need to stay in the property for minimum 2 years. Then it can be qualified.
That's right. Every 2 years, so you're qualified for to do the exemption every 2 years. That's your primary residence. Okay. Any more comments from the agents? It can be anything. Doesn't have to be 1031 exchange. Anyone want to share?
I would like to say something.
Catherine, yes, Catherine.
Okay. I know I've been a little slow this year, but I'm hoping everything work out for next year. And plus, I'm asking I need to do the business planning.
Oh yeah.
I'll for you and Michelle to help me with that.
Sure.
And I'm hoping that next year take off for me, because between sickness and not getting anything by calling and stuff, I'm hoping that it will change. Okay.
Good, very good. I'm glad to hear that, Catherine. We'll be here to help you. Okay.
Okay.
Just call us up.
Oh,
Okay.
by the way, also, even a condo or single family residence, you can do 1031, as long as it's an investment property.
Yeah, if you rent out the primary residence for 2 years and then you do the 1031 exchange as a investment property, yes, you can do that. Yeah. Anything else? Any comment from you, Doug or Michelle?
No, I'm just looking forward to the cool weather. So, and I think business is getting better. So I think that it's exciting. I feel like there's an uptick. So,
Yeah, it's kind of encouraging.
Yes.
Yeah, more activity in our Hamburg office too.
Yeah.
More agents are coming into the office and share their experience with us. So I'm glad to hear that and see that.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I'll be on vacation next week, so you won't see me, but Michelle will be here to conduct the meeting with you, and then I'll see you in 1 week actually, on the 17th, no, not 17th, but the 18th, right? November, yeah, November 18th. I'll see you on November 18th. Okay.
Okay, well, enjoy, Peter.
All right. Thank you, John. Thank you very much.
Have a great week, everybody. I'm here for you. Thank
Guys.
you.
Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
When's he going on vacation?